Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie Moreland and I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new here, I've been sharing all about my pregnancy journey as a first-time mom. I'm also super into natural and non-toxic living, so those things kind of all mesh together to create this channel. Today, I'm going to be talking all about what I'm doing to prepare for the postpartum period. So from what I've gathered in my research and things that I've read and learned, it's super important to prioritize the postpartum period, especially the first 40 days, to rest, relax, connect with your baby, really rebuild your body because one, you've been carrying a child for the last 9 months, but you also just birthed a child. You pushed a child out of you, so it's really important to allow your body to rest and repair. So yeah, I have a list of some things that I'm doing to prepare, and I'll probably post a video after I have the baby on things that I actually used, needed, and think are postpartum essentials. But for now, I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing to prepare. So the first thing that I would say is postpartum preparation. I talked about this in my 38-week update, is nesting. And nesting is essentially getting everything ready, tidy, organized, clean around your house and ready for the arrival of baby. So I have definitely been nesting hardcore, Keith and I, for probably about a month now. So like this last month of my pregnancy, we've kind of made lists of things that we want to prioritize to get done, just fixing up little things, cleaning up little things around the house to make sure that the environment is the best for me and I feel the most comfortable and at home and at ease when I do come home with the baby. We want the environment to be very homey and warm, cozy, and, not a bunch of projects that need to be done. So taking care of all of those things now. I have also gathered some postpartum materials. I have gathered lots of disposable underwear, pads, and I have also purchased a Peri bottle. So this will just be very helpful for kind of cleaning myself after, I use the bathroom, because things are going to be a little tender down there and wiping might not be the best thing. But I've heard really good things about Peri bottle, and especially one with kind of an angle instead of just like a flat one that you get at the hospital. So if you were to have your baby at the hospital, they would most likely give you a Peri bottle and send you home with some disposable underwear and pads. But because I am having my baby at a birth center, they don't provide these complimentary items, so I went ahead and purchased them myself. I also prioritized purchasing organic cotton disposable underwear as well as pads. I'm just very particular about what I put on and in my body, and I wanted to make sure, especially if I'm healing, that I am putting the best quality items down there to promote the best healing possible. In addition to purchasing these items, if you're a first-time mom or if you know anything about pregnancy, I'm sure you've heard of a Padsicle. So I have stocked up in the freezer some Padsicles, and essentially you take a pad, preferably like an overnight pad, and you put alcohol-free witch hazel and pure aloe vera on the pad, kind of fold it back up and put it in the freezer, and essentially it brings relief and cooling sensation, but also promotes healing to your vagina and your perineum, because a lot of things have just happened down there. You just pushed a baby out, so there may be some tearing, there may be some wounds that need to heal. So I heard really good things about Padsicles, and yeah, so I made some of those and put them in the freezer. Another thing that I have prepared is some meals. So I don't have a super lot of meals prepared. I'm sure I will continue to prepare some snacks and things like that. But I have prepared 2 different kinds of soups, and I've kind of put them in the freezer in bags in portions so that it's really easy to pull out and heat up, if I needed to make food for myself or if somebody was here to make food for me. There's kind of things already ready, at least for the first couple of days. I've also baked some cakes, some apple cakes, gluten-free apple cakes, and I have those in the freezer, so that could be a really yummy snack to kind of take out, thaw, heat up, and eat. So I've also kind of set up or established some help from my family as well as my friends, and we also have the ability to reach out to a lactation consultant for help and support if that was needed as well. But I feel like this is something that is going to be really important in the postpartum period because, I will be doing my best to rest and relax. So I have asked certain family members to help out, and, when they do come to help, I will be sure to have the things that I need or that would be most helpful for me, like listed, or let them know, like, hey, this would be most helpful. I've heard that is really important to kind of know who's going to be helping, but also what they're going to be helping with. And yes, we also have a lactation consultant set up for support because we are going to be exclusively breastfeeding. I just feel like if I had any questions, concerns, or just needed some support to make sure that, everything is going the way it should be going, we have that person to call on as well. I think another really important preparation that is very much overlooked, especially in this country, in America, is prioritizing time off work. So a lot of companies, they do provide you with a certain amount of time off of work. There may be stipulations like, oh, you can have this much time if you've been here this long. Some companies do pay, other companies don't. Either way, I feel that it's really important to prioritize at least, a couple of months off of work so that you're not leaving the baby. You're able to establish connection with them and you are allowing yourself enough time to heal. I think that we think as women that we need to get up and get right back to being super productive and accomplishing all the things, especially or even after, we have a baby. And I just don't think it's the best. There's a lot of people that agree that it's not the best to get right back to work, that you do need time to heal, time to rest, and time with your baby. And it has been shown to help with things like postpartum depression when you prioritize that time to kind of be in the house and not productive and not doing lots of things and asking for help and allowing yourself that time. And then one really good resource that I really like in terms of just postpartum preparation is a book called The First 40 Days, and it is really aligned with like kind of how I see things or like my perspective. It's very ancestral and kind of has some ancient wisdom in there, and it talks all about prioritizing time with your baby, not working, being at home for at least the first 40 days. So yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, these are just some ways that I've been preparing for the postpartum period. We are still awaiting the arrival of our baby. Today's actually my due date and the baby's not here yet, but that's okay. We're patient, we're calm, and we're preparing for that time. And yeah, I'll probably create a video in the future of my postpartum essentials and what really helped me in that period. So yeah, I would love to know what you're doing to prepare for your postpartum period. Leave a comment below. And if you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you next Friday.